it's Wolfy-Chan, and I am back with another manga review, and this manga, ooh. But hey, don't forget to subscribe. I have more manga reviews. Subscribe. Red button. This manga is Aposimz, or Aposimz. It's really kind of hitting me weird how to say the name, but I love it. This baby is worth it to me. This is actually by the same author that did Knights of Sidonia. I looked it up. This person is the same. And they have another series. This is one of the newer ones. And I need all the volumes, ladies and gentlemen. I need them. I'm in love. I love this series. This is great. It's just, I miss the drawing style. I missed it so much. Like, just everything. Like, come on, you can't tell me that that's not beautiful. Well, I mean, you can. It's a very simple art style, not terribly detailed. It's awesome. This story follows our main character, Ethro, in a world that you can't breathe in it. Like, it's kind of destroyed and stuff to that point, and you need a mask and stuff to breathe the air, and you need to go out and get supplies. That's why their place, I can't remember if it's a mecca or something, they're like nomads. They have to travel place to place. And Anthro is kind of the leader of the pack that they have right now. The pack is trying to get supplies and stuff to live. And with that, they come across what's happening. Some person's getting shot, like she's flying across, they're getting shot by the Empire. The Empire is not the good guys. I don't know why any people ever names their bad troop, the Empire. That you automatically know they're evil. We've been conditioned. They evil. Well, they do that, and of course some of the kids that he has, they can easily die, and they don't know it, and it's just so bad. I'm trying to realize, because they have a main leader for this place, and this main leader is special because they are injected with this code to make them have armor. And by having that, they are, like, very much, they don't age very much, if at all. They get an armor shell that is placenta based, and they can either shoot or use Hideous particles, which, if you remember Knights of Sidonia, the weird aliens that they were trying to fly the Sidonia to, which, if you haven't seen my final review of Knights of Sidonia, like, you should, because in that final review I talk about that they do land on a planet, and I have a theory that it's this planet, and they've just evolved so much that instead of having these plasma creatures, I guess, instead of having them come to planets anymore, they're just evolving to have them because of our original main character in those manga getting it on with the creature that it was made from all that. And thus, these are kind of the future offspring, but they have to get code activated and they have to sync with it, and if they don't, they turn into walking, talking corpses, I believe. And these corpses have, I believe it's like a cold disease or something like that. That's not what it means. It's that they have the code in them, but they can't form armor, and they can't fight, and they can't do any of that. And because of that, they are sick. They have a disease. They are not good. Well, the bad guys of the Empire come, and they're basically being very, very mean to them. They end up trying to destroy it, and the leader is kind of like what they're looking at, because I guess they instinctively left the Empire, found people, guided them to safety, migrated into place to place to make them safe, and then they seem to want to torture them into being like, see, if only you were still part of the Empire, you'd be fine. And in the end, I believe they die. Because they put their head in the spike, they watch them die. By the end, Enthro, who gets a code from Titania, this is the person that was running away from the Empire, who's like an android who can turn into a person. She gave Enthro the code so that he can live. It turns out he's compatible, but his eye is the one that still, can't change back into normal. So he has to end up wearing an eye patch after the encounter. But he can fire hideous particles out of what kind of is like a sniper rifle from his arm. In the end, they have to run away, and it's really sad. And he has to deal with losing his family, his friends, everything in a matter of moments, to then get kind of healed by, he regenerates hideous particles and recharges placenta into turning back into a person. And he can make armor and clothes and everything from him naturally. So he has to be normal now, and he's, not normal. He's not anymore. So he has to learn everything. He moves on and helps Titania, helps her live, or helps work with her goal, which is to end the Empire and make it so people can kind of live in the area. And he goes with it because he has nothing else to do. He finds out with at least Titania that she has a 3-second, she can turn back into her normal body and then, act. But then she turns back into this weird little machine thing that only fits in the palm of your hand. And she has it for 3 seconds or something, or 3 minutes, every day. And she can use it whenever she needs to. Which is very weird. So they can have normal conversations in her body, and then normal conversations not in her body. So the main goal after everything is to fight some of the, captains or colonels or something like that in the Empire. And the Emperor wants Enthro. He wants kind of everything back because Titania took the code against his wishes. He wants everything back, and everybody who can transform into this armor basically has red or black clothing on. It's weird. And they are all either generals or commanders. They all fight. And they all have a special ability. Enthro has his hideous particles. Fumi. He has ice powers. And funny enough that once you beat one of these people, if you take a part of their placenta and eat it, you get their powers. I believe that's actually what happens in the end of this. Because he's so, the enemy he fights is so, armored up that he can't fire it. He actually gets these special bullets from Titania, and there's 10 or 5 or an odd number of bullets that he has strategically. He can use only a certain amount, and that's it. They're just gone. So he uses it against him, ends up just getting his placenta and eating him, which is fun. And it's weird, stupid. It's very interesting. But I love this. I love how weirdly ominous the ending is, too. Just a random person standing. It's so random. So is. So, we're basically coming along for a journey with Enthro to kill people and make the Empire better than what it was. Or just dismantle the Empire and make it so that, like, it doesn't matter. You are living it, you are in it, you just, you know. So it is a really interesting manga. I love it. If you love Knights of Sidonia, would recommend full-heartedly because it's so good. It's just awesome and amazing and worth the read. It has a lot of links into Knights of Sidonia, so I almost wonder if that was purposeful. Don't know. I want to know though. I want it because I love that. It's so good. So I would definitely say check this out if you like Knights of Sidonia. So don't forget to like my video. Leave it in the comment section below. Have you started reading it? If you have, what do you like about it? Definitely explain it for me because that'll help. And if you are into any other of this author's mangas, I would definitely love to read any of the other ones too. And don't forget to subscribe, that big red button. More anime, manga, something new, something old, something different in the future. I hope that you've had a wonderful night. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye.